Is it ever an instance where you can give too much information when you first? That kills me. We're not going to say it was them.
Yeah.
You're not going to always just say, "Hey, it was them."
Do not know a person until they don't get what they want from you.
But when somebody shows you who they are,
Believe them.
believe them. The first time. All right. So let's talk about this dating thing. If you're on your first date, the conversation's going well. They asked about your last 3 relationships. What do you say? Full transparency, or do you give minimum information? What exactly are you saying?
I would try to move on to the next. No, background check failed. Like, that would be bad. I would just tell them it was all my fault, because it really was. You know what I mean? I'm in a space in my life where I don't shift any blame. I'm accountable for the choices I made, the relationships that I encountered, and I just be like, that's a failed background check. But you are not where you've been, you are not what you've done.
I think I would say beautiful gowns.
Yeah.
Beautiful gowns.
Yeah.
No, beautiful people.
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
I'm
Need help?
I do. I'm trying to think what I would say.
I would say they all taught me something, though.
Yeah.
I say a lot of things. Now we in my arena now. My failures have made me empathetic, and there's a lot of. I was talking to you earlier this week, and I was telling you that I lived enough lives for like 7 people relationally. You know what I mean? Every element of a relationship, I've seen it, fortunately and unfortunately, and it's all taught me something. Lot of tough lessons. But I would always say that those lessons, they made me better. They made me stronger. I'm wise beyond my years now.
Yeah.
And I think I'm halfway scared.
Shoot.
You know what I'm saying?
I think I got it now.
Are you ready?
Yep. They helped me learn colors.
Yeah.
They helped me understand what a red flag is.
Because red flags are red.
And red flags are red. That's what I would say about them last 3 relationships.
Yeah.
I learned what a red flag is. But they were also, like you said, they were good people. I learned from them. And a lot of that was me. If I'm being honest, a lot of that was me making bad decisions and looking for the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of it, I would really be honest and say a lot of it was me settling, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah.
A lot of that was me settling.
Yeah.
And just doing something to say I'm doing something. If I'm being honest, if I was to be honest. But this is the question I was going to ask you out of that.
Yeah.
If you're talking to somebody and you start talking about past relationships and they dodge the question and they're not giving information, is that a red flag for you?
That's a red flag too, because I mean, the biggest thing about relationships, whether they succeed or they fail, is all about accountability. You're accountable for the wins and the losses. When you win, act like you've been there before. When you lose, acknowledge it. You know what I mean? And so for a person now, I always say at 35, because I'm so old.
You're old 35.
I'm an old 35.
You're 52, 35.
At this I'm going on 56. So for me, I'm also listening to what you don't say.
Yeah.
Because, even if you were utterly successful relationally in your life, being too successful is not so much a red flag for me, but it also lets me know that you don't have enough experience to have the level of empathy it would take to take a person like me on. You see what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that I need you to have failures, or I'm judging what your record or your past looks like. But I need to know, are you empathetic enough? Because it goes back to that capacity conversation that we have.
Well, they got to have a level of failure. If you're 35 and you're talking to them, they around somewhere on your age and they single, clearly something doesn't happen.
Well, but I'm talking about the person that's 35, ain't never been married, don't got no kids, and they think it's the other person's fault.
No, it's them.
You know what I'm saying?
Immediately I know it's them.
You got something. I mean, there's something to be said about what that looks like. And so
that right there, but what I want you to get out of that, for me, that's when I'm going to start asking questions.
Yeah.
When you tell me you're 35, no kids, no marriage, no bad okay, what's going on for real?
Yeah, for real.
Now my first question, what's wrong with you then?
Yeah.
Like, because you're not going to say that kills me. We're not going to say it was them.
Yeah.
You're not going to always just say, hey, it was them, they did this. No, but what did you do? Or what did you not do?
Yeah.
Something there that you got to dig into.
Yeah. I'm stuck on the accountability piece, man. But I think now, the failures are great for me because it lends me to ask more questions. I'm in a space now where everything is a conversation. No stone is left unturned. And I love what you said last episode. Can I quote you?
Sure, go ahead.
You got to be able to see them.
It's going to cost you.
You got to see them in all their seasons. You got to see them in all of their seasons. And even recently, I just kind of experiencing life. You don't know a person until they don't get what they want from you. You do not know a person until they don't get what they want from you.
Until things don't go their way.
Oh my God. It's crazy. You know,
don't know them till
the
they're mad
sweetest
at you.
person in the world,
Yep.
sweetest person in the world. And then, but let the conversation be misinterpreted or misunderstood, or again, like it doesn't go their way. How do you manage that? How do you handle that? And then it's like, okay, they start doing things out of the character, and then what they leave you with is an apology. Like that's supposed to right the wrong.
Yeah. But when somebody shows you who they are,
Believe them.
believe them. The first time. That's my problem.
No do-overs in the kingdom.
But see, that's my problem there. I'm gonna see you're gonna show me who you are, and I'm gonna go back to try and see it again.
Yeah.
If I saw what I saw it. What we talked about last episode?
Yeah.
I saw it. It was there when I saw it the last time. So this is a question. We know it's a flag if they don't give information. Is it ever an instance where you can give too much information when you first meet somebody?
I think there's levels to this, and I think there's a way to be open and transparent without being scary. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me love you enough, let me trust you enough to hear your layers of toxicity. You know what I mean? Like, for real, if I could say it that way, like, let me know you enough. Because let me tell you this, I believe that people don't just wake up and do things for no reason. I think even if what you did is unrelated to the outcome, it came from somewhere.
Yeah.
And I may not be able to handle that on day one. So I need the glide path. I need the trajectory of how did we get here? Because I'm empathetic to seeing someone's results and not knowing their path, because people will forget your name and remember what you did. You know what I mean? So if you tell me what you did and it doesn't work out, but I don't know your story, you know what I mean? It leaves room to cast judgment. And I don't want to be there. I don't want to be in that space. Give me enough time, give me enough dissonance in the relationship to know you, to love you past, the surface, because you got there some sort of way. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think my problem is that I've learned, that I've worked on, is that we joke all the time about, dating. And my second date, we're going to Africa. Where we're going. But for real, I've learned sometimes I can give too much information. I can meet you and enjoy you. And I'm telling you, on July 1st, 1992. Yeah. And some people just aren't able to handle that much information that fast. They're not able to withstand knowing that much goodness or that much bad about what you've done. And even though some people want to ask the questions, I think everybody's not always ready for the answers for the questions that they're asking.
What did we say? They want, they want honesty, but they can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to give you too much information because I don't want to become your project.
Yeah.
I'm not here to be your project.
And I don't want a project.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, see, I've been known for that. I'll take on projects. I don't want no more projects.
So part of the thing in having the conversation and being transparent, I need to also be able to identify how much of this have you worked through? How much of this have you healed from? How much of this are you still healing from? Those are, I think those create the boundaries in which what you talk about and how much of it you talk about. You know what I mean? Because, and then if you do talk about it, be able to draw the lines of demarcation of saying, okay, this is something I'm working through, or this is something that I have already conquered and accomplished, because that puts the listener in a particular space as well.
Yeah. So I got one for you.
Yeah.
This is going to be a hard one because I'm going to ask you. It's coming off the dome, so it might be hard for you to answer.
Yeah.
Only one, Rob. If you had to pick one question that you feel like, hey, this is my go-to when I'm getting to know somebody, when we first start talking, what is your one go-to question that you ask them that gives you, something that you're looking for into getting to know somebody for the first time? One question that you can ask them. I can answer mine. You want me to answer?
Go ahead, man.
Because I've given it to you before.
Yeah.
I don't ask anybody anymore what you're looking for. I ask what are you available to receive? Yeah. That is what I ask people now. Like, what are you available to receive? Don't tell me you're looking for somebody that's going to be open in communication, that's available when you're not available. You want somebody that you can talk to, but you don't text back well. You don't communicate well. No, tell me, what are you able to receive? That's my one go-to question.
I don't have a one go-to, but you said I only can list one.
I only can give me one.
So my question, layering what you just said would be, are you still hurt? Mm-hmm. Because hurt people hurt other people. And then the other piece is that when you're hurt, it's possible that you can bleed on me and I didn't even cut you.
Yeah. So what do? You meet somebody, y'all talking, they say, hey, I'm hurt. How do you handle that moving forward? Is that a hey, you hurt, I got to back off this? Or is it, hey, I'm okay, explain to me how you got hurt. How do I handle you in the hurt? What do you do now?
I think we ask why. Mm-hmm. And if they're open to share, I think what they're willing to share and the level of trauma will determine who I'll be in your life. Mm-hmm. That helps me answer, am I here to be your life partner? Or am I here to be a person that you meet for a season? Am I here to be a friend? But understanding your why helps me navigate the place that I'll sit and that I'm comfortable being in your life. This is the thing. Oh man, that I notice I just said where I'm comfortable being in your life. When you meet people, sometimes it's almost like you're subconsciously forced into a space because sometimes we're made to believe that all relationships are relational. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with meeting a person and strictly coming in their life to be a friend. And everything doesn't have to be a relationship. It just doesn't.
I agree.
You can tell me something personal. I can hear it, and I can be mature enough to now just because remember I went back and talked about everybody. I don't want to be your project, and I don't want you to be mine. You know what I mean?
I agree with you.
Yeah.
And I still disagree.
Okay, that's
I think
cool.
at the same time. I don't want. Let me not even say I disagree. I agree with you. My only challenge with that, I'm at this place now. I have a good circle.
Yeah.
I have a good group of friends.
Yeah.
I have a strong group.
Yeah.
And they're not even all big group. I think this past Sunday I had
saw
most
the
of them together.
Yeah.
And it felt good. I was like, I got this one over here. I got this group over here. And I still got another group that wasn't there.
We were a house divided, but we were there.
But I don't need nobody else on my roster. And so for me, and you may not even agree with what I'm about to say, because this just happened. Met somebody and they were wonderful. After having the first couple conversations, I realized this ain't it. There's too much going on with you. You have too much happening right now for where I'm at, and I don't need a project. And I know for me, I'm going to take you on as a project. I'm going to try and fix it. I'm going to try and be there. I'm going to try and heal what other people are. I can't do that. And so their thing was, oh well, we can still be friends. We can still go here and maybe we can go do this one day. No. So
I'm not saying that I'm not even going to combat whether you agree or disagree. What I'm going to say is that I believe we were saying the same thing from a different vantage point.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is based on their answer, we can't become emotionally empathetic in a space where we lose the control to make a good decision for ourselves. Based on what you tell me, I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to say, do I have the capacity to take on what you just told me? Can I take it on relationally? Can I take it on platonically? Or do I say this is not good for my life? Yeah. And I'm saying that sometimes when you hear someone's why, the reason for being in a relationship is kind of distorted, and now it becomes an emotional support system. And like you said, now I agree with you that I'm not really trying to enlarge my emotional friendship support group. I'm not trying
I got nothing else to give.
Yeah, I got enough.
I can't even take on anymore.
Yeah.
I'm talking about not even just for I can't take because I'm a bearer of my friend's weight.
Yeah,
I know that,
yeah.
and I can say that because I also have friends that also check on me, and I can be there for them. But I'm the strong friend.
Yeah,
I'm the friend that I'm praying for them. They're going through. They're gonna call me.
Yeah.
They got a problem. They're gonna call me. They need to figure it out. They're gonna call me. I'm that friend, and I just can't take on nobody else. And so I just can't. I don't need no new friends.
Yeah.
If I'm meeting you to decide if we're going to date and if this is going to go somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
And if it's not, then thank you.
I see that.
Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. Watch the podcast.
I think there's a healthy way though. Remember I said before there's a way to respond to that truthfully without giving up your full position as well. Like there's so what is I think the word called like tact? Yeah, I think it's tact. Yeah. So you just got to kind of like
you're struggling with the four or five.
I was struggling with
the
that.
Big words are flowing.
I could not
it's
get
the small
that.
ones that are giving you a hard time.
I could not get that out. I was trying. It was the tip of my brain. It's just about being tactful with it. Mm-hmm. And I agree in the fact that we, in this age, in this season of our lives, we're looking for things relationally. I get that.
So this is another. The questions are flowing off of them.
Come on.
So you meet somebody.
Yep.
You start talking.
Yep.
You get to know them.
Yep.
You decide this ain't it. And you don't want to be a friend, and it's not going to go anywhere in a relation. How do you end it? How do you end the talking phase? Do you end it by just disappearing, or are we at a point where we got to have a conversation about ending it? Like, hey, this ain't working. Do we just disappear, or do we end it through communication?
Well, how many weeks are we into this? Months? This is somebody you just met?
At any point. At any point.
Okay. So again,
do they deserve a conversation?
I think each level requires something different. Mm-hmm. So if I meet you and it's extremely fresh, I'm thinking anything under 30 days,
let's say 3 months.
3 months?
3 months. You've been talking for 3 months and you decide, hey, this ain't it. This is not working. It's something here is not giving. And the way the young folks say it's not giving what it needs to give. What do you? How do you handle it?
I think it's that simple. I think
you just walk away, disappear.
I don't think you disappear, but I think you do exactly what you told me before. Mm-hmm. Keep your name clean,
okay,
and make a clean break, and don't lead anybody on in any way, shape, form, or capacity.
Okay, I'm gonna take my advice that I gave you for myself.
Yeah, clean break because it keeps your name clean, though.
It does. It does.
It keeps your name clean.
I just feel like sometimes people ain't worth it. They ain't even worth the communication.
This is the problem I have with that, though. The problem I have with that is both parties have to be willing to take your answer for what it is.
Yeah.
Not for what you heard. Mm-hmm. If I said that I don't want this anymore, that's what I said. Mm-hmm. That does not give you the right to interpret what I said as you still have access to me. Mm-hmm. Because now what I shut down, or now what I didn't pursue further, if it's open in your mind to think you still have access to me, I didn't lead you on. You led yourself on. Mm-hmm. Because I shut it down. I said what I said. Yeah. And you don't have the right. I heard this phrase before, you still mine in my head. Your head don't matter.
Mm-hmm. Your head is crazy.
Your head, it doesn't
Your
matter.
head is mental.
And so
you make that statement, something's wrong.
So that's why, you said 3 months. I think you do have to say something conclusive. Mm-hmm. I think the listener needs to hear exactly what was said, not what you wanted to hear.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I also think the person who's delivering the message, it's our job to keep it simple. And if I could be transparent, that's where I've messed up. That's just, we're podding.
I think we talked about it before, and I was like, don't give too many details. You don't got to give all these details.
And I think the details is what makes the listener say, okay, well then, because he said this, I still have access this way. He said he wasn't really looking for that, so I'll just stop doing that, versus just saying this isn't good for me any longer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think, when you make a clean break to keep your name clean, mm-hmm. you just got to keep it short, concise, and to the point.
And if I'm honest, I'm not good at it. I'm not a good break-upper or breaking up. I'm not good at breaking up or backing away sometimes. Sometimes I don't do the best job of closing the door. Yeah, and I'm learning. I'm doing better at 35 than I have in my past. I'm doing better at closing doors. This situation here, I didn't close it well. I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna close it though.
When you don't close it well, it comes up at the most inopportune time.
Yeah,
straight up, straight up, it just does. And
I've been challenged today.
Yeah.
I've been challenged. I've been challenged to go back.
I thought you said that you cut the bridge. That's what you said.
I think, but after talking to you and having that conversation with you about keeping your name clean, I've got to do even if I decide to tear the bridge down, I think I need to go to that other side of the bridge and say, hey, I'm letting you know I'm tearing this bridge up.
Yep.
Don't come back across it. Don't try. You ain't gonna be able to come back across it. I'm just letting you know what's happening. I'm tearing the bridge up. Thank you, and I appreciate you. And I hope that this is about to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I hope that whatever we talked about and what happened with us, it stays between us.
Yeah.
And I think now that's a part that frustrates me.
Yeah.
Is that when we talk and it didn't work or whatever happened, I feel like that should stay. There should be enough respect that stays between me and you. I don't like when now we've ended and you feel like everybody should be included in what you didn't like about me.
But you know that who you were with and who you broke up with are two different people.
For sure.
You do realize that, right?
That's two different.
They're not the same person in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
Especially if they feel rejected.
Oh my God, rejection is worse than. It's probably the worst form of a breakup. You know what I mean? Like people naturally, who recovers well from rejection? You know what I mean? It's people 40 years old still struggle with daddy issues.
That's
you know
what
I'm saying? Like so any form of rejection, like people. You don't recover from that. You can recover from a lie. You can at least you know why. You can cover. You can even recover from somebody cheating. Yeah. But rejection.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's a question.
Who comes back from that?
Maybe that's a question you should start asking when you meet a person. Like, how do you handle when things don't go your way? How do you? Because, like we said before, we talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
Is that you'll really see a person when they feel rejected or when they feel like it didn't go the way they wanted to go.
Yeah.
Because that's when you start dealing with that. I'm gonna get you back, or I'm gonna try and tear your name up, or I'm gonna try and do this to get at you. And I don't have. I'm too old.
Yeah.
I'm too old. I don't have the problem. If something ends with me and a person, that's just it. That's just it. I ain't got to talk about you no more. As a matter of fact, if I didn't marry you, I'd never dated you.
You know what? I'm gonna go another step further. Any negative encounter I've ever had came from me trying to fix something that I left forgetting why I left the situation. You know how Pastor said, God heard you the first time. Remember why you left the first time.
Yeah.
It didn't change.
For sure didn't.
It just got better at hiding it.
Yeah.
It didn't change. If you didn't like it on Monday, you're not going to like it on Tuesday.
Yeah. If you close the door, you closed it for a reason.
Period.
Why are we fighting to try and open it back up?
I'm not opening no more doors that have been closed. Every door I done opened. Every door I done opened. It didn't end well. You know what I mean?
I've been challenged today. This was heavy on me.
It got heavy on me.
This was heavy on me, but this was good. This was good.
Bless you, sir.
I needed the conversation today. Thank you.
Bless you, sir.
Thank you. I needed the pat. I needed the pat today.
We trust you.
The strong friend isn't the strong friend today, and I appreciate it. Quit rocking me.
Shake him and rock him.
Quit rocking me. Get off me in this podcast.
Hey, yo, for more content just like this, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Everything Give Me a Second on this YouTube channel. And don't forget to click the links below to watch other videos that are just like this.